The man walked into the office and discovered his boss was dead. He feared being mistaken for the killer, so he bought a ticket to Mexico overnight. Unbeknownst to him, the police had already reviewed the surveillance footage and identified the real killer, who happened to be heading in the same direction. Their paths crossed by coincidence. The killer noticed the man staring at him, thinking he was an undercover cop. Panicking, the killer hit the gas and sped away. Meanwhile, the man couldn't see outside, as he was gazing at a handsome guy through the window. At that moment, the killer heard a police broadcast on the radio, warning about a stolen black car with flame decals, and urging citizens to report any sightings for a reward. Realizing he couldn't drive the car anymore, the killer immediately pulled over to flee. On the other side, the man had just reclined his seat to sleep when the driver said they had arrived. It turned out he had been tricked by the ticket seller, who exchanged a fake watch for a half-price ticket. The driver told him to take the national highway to the freeway, get off, take the mountain road, cross a river, and after 2 villages, he'd reach Mexico. After saying this, he kicked the man off the bus. To escape, the man had to overcome all obstacles, walking from night until day. When thirsty, he picked wild fruits. When hungry, he ate wild mushrooms. After emerging from the forest, the man spotted a jeep. This wasn't just any jeep. It was the stolen car from the killer. But the man didn't know that. He yanked out the wires, ready to ignite it, only to find the keys still in the ignition. The man drove to a motel in town, registering under a fake name. The owner was stunned by the name, Seth Hillman Don Nicholas Aiken. He sensed something was off, hesitating as he glanced at the newspaper. Then he looked again at the black jeep. This man was a murderer. Upon confirming his suspicion, the owner handed over the keys. As soon as the man left, the owner picked up the phone to call the police. After taking a shower, the man saw the news in the paper, noting how quickly the car he picked up from the countryside had made the headlines by noon. This efficiency was astounding. Fuming, the man began to pound the walls. Unbeknownst to him, the killer lived next door. Hearing the banging, the killer grabbed his gun, thinking he had been exposed. Soon, the police arrived. Now, the killer truly was exposed. Meanwhile, the man thought the police were after him,